B.
Here, besties.
Besties. Hello.
Uh, hey everybody, how are we doing?
I think we're doing pretty good because we got a fun video here today.
Yes, we do. Um, Go ahead and tell the people what we're doing.
So you may think we're doing a states tier list, and you'd be
hmm
kind of
So,
right, but we're
oh,
actually ranking the shapes of the states. So we're not saying how good is Indiana. We're saying, do we like how Indiana is shaped? You get the gist
yeah,
of that? So we're looking at
I think
squares, looking at triangles. We're not looking at like the
mhm,
political state of Indiana. Um,
exactly. That could be a little bit controversial, and we love avoiding controversy here.
do we?
I don't know. What's the most controversial thing we've done? Do you think?
The knees.
I don't think that was the most controversial. I feel like that's a normal take.
What is the most
Maybe
controversial thing we've done? Maybe some
we
are.
ranked monotheism that one time, but I feel like that was I think that was fine. Maybe the cars Crocs, the
Hmm.
Lightning McQueen Crocs.
Yeah.
I feel
Hmm.
like that was that whole video was kind of controversial.
Honestly, our entire fruit video was controversial. Like ranking mango low.
Yeah,
Regardless, hopefully we will avoid that controversy here. We're only
that's
focusing
right.
on the shapes.
Yes. Yeah. I
So
mean, I'm ready. I'm excited.
and also we don't
Uh,
have like we have a little like you're a history major, but like I don't know if we actually have that much background in like why they're shaped like they are. Like usually there's some sort of river or something, but like we might not have all
hmm.
that information. So that's
I have
not
a
like
I
a
have a
always
decent idea with some of them, but yeah, that's a good point. We
yeah.
might we might make a lot of mistakes, like oh that looks stupid, but it's like there's the most important river in the country that goes through them.
Yeah. Well,
But hey, we like being ignorant around here.
do we?
I don't know. I feel like it happens a lot.
But before we get started, I'm gonna try to mix things up. If you have any
Oh.
suggestions for tier lists we could do, put them down in the link in the description below.
Ooh.
We usually say it at the end of the video, but today we're saying it at the beginning. What are you gonna do about it? Sue us? I don't think so. We also have a soundboard now.
That's great. Sorry, I
So
just
expect to hear maybe one or two more of those throughout the video whenever Nicholas sees like their fit.
yeah, I feel like it's whenever you tell a joke. I mean, it'll probably be funny, but I might just do that anyway. It works.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's get
All
started.
right.
Indiana.
Yep.
What do you think of Indiana shape?
You know, honestly, I'm like trying to think of the states, and I feel like I have no like expectation of where I'm ranking anything, so this might set like the standard for me a little bit.
Do you want to start with
I feel
something
like
like easier than
no,
Indiana?
I feel like Indiana is good. I mean, like I would say, I guess it depends what we're thinking about here. I would say Indiana is B tier. Just based on, I think I like the little point at the end.
It
I
looks like
feel
it has
like
like a
it's
little tail.
yeah, it's not a square. I feel like squares are bad.
Hmm.
Will be the consensus probably. So I feel like Indiana is a little interesting. I think it's not that great, but it has some fun little
Hmm.
tail at the bottom that makes it special.
I know the tentatively put in B, but I have no idea where like things are gonna eventually end up. So like that might
Yeah,
change.
yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, next we got Hawaii, and like Hawaii doesn't have any like options for how you can do the borders because like it's islands. It doesn't like
Yeah,
someone drew some funky lines.
right. I mean, I feel like this is like an A tier.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I mean, it's iconic.
Yeah,
It's the only island. Rhode Island isn't actually an island for all you I
true.
don't know
Well,
immigrators out
Alaska
there who don't know
Alaska
that.
has some islands, I think,
Yeah, like other
but
places have islands on them, but like,
yeah.
mhm.
I would say, I mean, have you ever thought about what Hawaii would look like if you took away the Big Island? I
That
feel like people wouldn't really be able to identify it, I feel like.
yeah, then it looks like sort of any other like Oceania
Yeah.
like location.
It's really the Big Island that sort of clues you into. Like you could have just the Big Island and none of the other islands, and I feel like people would say that it's Hawaii.
Yeah, but like I feel like if you just said the Big Island though, it wouldn't be like A tier. But like it's the Big
Yeah, I
Island
agree.
plus like the little like little chain it has in the top
Yeah.
left. So A tier, you're thinking?
Yeah. I think A
Cool.
tier. Could be
Um,
S, but I don't know what's the best looking shape.
yeah. Next we got California. I like California shape. It's like a little like it's a little like corner on the edge of the country, you know. Like I think
Hmm.
it's pretty appealing.
Yeah, it's like a little a U shape kind of in a way.
Like
I
I
like
suppose
curves
it's
a
like
little bit.
half a U. It's like a
Yeah,
mhm.
like there's some curvature to it. I
Yeah.
like it. I like some curves.
Like on one
Well,
end it's curved because that's like where the ocean is, and on the other end it's like completely straight, which is like a little weird.
yeah,
But like a
that's
lot of
actually a good
states have
point.
that. A lot like if you look at
Hmm.
Arizona coming up, if you look at like Indiana already, like that's fairly commonplace.
Yeah, anything west of the Mississippi, really.
Hmm. So I'm
Uh,
down to put California in like A tier or something,
I would
or
say
B.
bottom A. I'd say
Bottom
bottom A
A.
works.
Sure.
Yeah, I think so. Okay,
Alaska.
Alaska. I gotta be honest. Looking at this, I feel like this is an S tier shape.
That is like a really good pick. Its shape is kind of
Its shape
solid,
is it's really
It has
interesting. Yeah,
personality. Um,
yeah, because so
usually it
much is
doesn't.
going on.
Mhm. Usually there's not a big bar that says Alaska on top of it, so you can see it there. Um, put a picture
Yeah,
of Alaska without the big bar on screen.
and then put a picture of Alaska with an even bigger bar.
Yes, and put a picture of Alaska with a bar, but the bar is actively rotating, and Iron Man is there.
Oh my god. Okay. Good luck to whoever's editing this.
regardless,
Um,
regardless, um,
it
Alaska's
just it
pretty
feels
iconic.
dynamic.
It's also large too. It's quite large.
Hmm.
Um, which like you gotta appreciate the size. Um, so I'm down to put it in S as well.
Yeah,
Next
good
we got
shape.
Alabama. I don't know. It's just like a rectangle with like
Yeah,
a few features, which like we're soon gonna get to a state that's a rectangle with a few features that I really love. But in this case, like I don't know. It sort of just mirrors like it's like too similar to Mississippi and Georgia. They're all like sort of like the same like general size, and they're all just like right next to each other hanging out. And like I'm not a big fan
yeah.
of that.
Georgia's a little different, but I agree with the Mississippi.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, I guess
I don't know.
Georgia is a bit different, but I don't know.
Alabama, yeah. I mean, it's not horrible, I don't think,
Hmm.
but it would be like C tier, maybe low C.
Yeah, I'm thinking low C, potentially even D. We'll see. Like, what do you think gets worse? I mean, there's definitely things that get worse in Alabama.
I think things get worse, yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be like anything with C, I think, would be above Alabama that I can think of right now.
Hmm. Next, we got Arizona. Arizona's kind of slick. It has like the corner at the edge, which is nice.
Yeah, I do like the line from like the bottom left corner to the like middle area.
Hmm.
I feel like that really separates it. Because imagine if that was just like a straight line,
Yeah.
it would be a little lame.
Hmm.
But thankfully Mexico sold some territory or something.
Yeah.
There's
Um,
the history knowledge coming through.
facts. Put some information on screen. Boop, 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 boop.
Oop.
Wait, use a soundboard to make it information on screen sound. Lovely. Um,
There you go.
yeah, I think Arizona though is only like a B tier though. Like, there's nothing too
Yeah.
special about it.
No, I
Probably
would say below Indiana, I
below
think.
Indiana. I'd put above, but I'm down with
I
that. I don't care too
I just
strongly.
yeah, I would say below, but if you
Hmm. I'm fine with
do it.
below. Next we
All
got
right.
Colorado, and
Do
if
you
it
see? Is
didn't,
there a label on that state or
yeah,
something?
it says Colorado in the bottom left. Like, wait,
Okay, because I was gonna say with those, something I didn't consider with this list is that I'm actually not gonna know the difference between like Kansas. Actually, I'll know Kansas, but like North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming.
yeah, but this one is just like Colorado and Wyoming have basically the same shape, and it's nice that you can draw it. But even though that you can draw it, it doesn't mean it's identifiable when you draw it, which is sort of
Hmm.
a problem. Like there's
Yeah,
some
I mean,
states,
yeah.
like if I draw like Nebraska, it's fairly easy to draw, and you know it's Nebraska. Or like same with
Hmm.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Colorado doesn't have that, so like it's just way too simple.
Hmm.
I'm down to put in D or F. It's just like
I would say F.
yeah,
I yeah, the fact that I couldn't tell that that was Colorado, not a fan.
yeah. Delaware though, also kind of bad. It's too small. It's just like hanging out with Maryland, but like it doesn't have its own place. Like if you're looking at like a map of the United States, looking at see like
Mhm.
let's just say like you're interested to see like who's gonna win the next election. You're looking at like polling information. You can barely even see Delaware. You don't even know it's
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
It has to have
Yeah,
like a
that's
little
true.
arrow like Washington D.C. does, but D.C. isn't even a state. Delaware's a
Oh yeah,
state.
true. True. They just like put the number on there
Hmm.
on most of those maps.
If Delaware were a swing state, that would be awful because then you would actually have to pay attention to that little spot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Um, it's small. But does that affect the shape?
I think the size impacts the shape.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's F tier.
I don't think it's F tier too, but I think it's either D or C. Like it just it's too small. It's kind of trying to hide, and we want it to come out and play.
This is kind of going to go against what I said earlier, but I think it might be E tier below Alabama.
C tier below Alabama.
Yeah.
Sure.
'Cause earlier I
And
said I couldn't think of anything that would go below Alabama, but I don't know if it's quite D tier.
okay, sure. I agree with that. I feel like we're gonna have some bad ones that aren't F tier soon.
Yeah.
Connecticut.
I feel like this image doesn't even show all of Connecticut.
Yeah, it
There's
just shows
something I'm
like
gonna
two
look. I
lines.
want to look this up because there's something weird with Connecticut somewhere. Isn't there a point at the top right that's cut off?
Yeah. Put a picture of
Oh
Connecticut
no,
up here.
it's the bottom left. There's a little point that sticks out.
Hmm.
Kind of just like a little square, and then it has a little point at the bottom left.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's kind of boring. No, no strong opinions though.
No, I think C tier again, honestly.
Yeah. Above Alabama though, below Alabama.
I think below Alabama. Maybe I'm.
I'm
Yeah.
fine with that. I think the small ones generally aren't that exciting.
No, I mean I do like the point, so I think that makes it C tier. If there wasn't the point, it'd be like D tier.
Yeah. Next we got Florida. Florida's a state that's really weird because whenever anyone's like trying to draw a map of the United States really quickly, there's always like a little like peninsula at the bottom right, and it's always like
It's
it's not drawn well, but it's just like oh, you have to draw like a little like long view there.
it is the most
You
identifiable part of the United States.
you make some phallic jokes there, but we'll refrain from doing so because we're gonna be a PG channel. Oh yes, the soundboard. Um,
Florida, I mean, it's so identifiable for the United States. Maybe that and like the end of Texas.
mhm.
I don't really know what that looks like. I feel like
Yeah.
so Florida. I would say it's up there for me. Like
Mhm.
maybe high B, low A.
I agree. I think one thing that's taken away from Florida is about in 100 years, it will be different shape.
Yeah, that's a
Global
good point.
warming. Woo.
Yeah, I would say honestly low A.
I'm down for that way. Sure. I think it's better than the ones in B tier right now.
Yeah,
Okay, next we got Georgia, and you said you think it's quite different enough from Alabama and Mississippi.
I do. Yeah, it's a little thicker at the bottom, right? Like
Yeah, I mean it's a bit thicker on the bottom. It has like a little like right
it's curved.
side. Hmm. I'm still
Um,
not too excited about it. It's sort of just like a misshapen rectangle.
yeah. So
I
what
think
would you be
B tier seems like a good home for it.
like bottom B maybe?
Yeah.
Or I could go with that.
Okay, we got Maryland now, and
This is a
Maryland that
wild shape.
that's not what shapes should look like. That looks like a monster. You know, who
Yeah.
massacred my boy like that? Like it's like right next to DC, and then like sometimes like it's essentially like it's hard to know like what's DC and what's Maryland and what's Virginia because it's just like too much of a cluster there. You should have like stronger boundaries between all of your states, you know,
Mhm.
and there's not that,
Yeah.
and that kind of upsets me.
Yeah, Maryland is kind of. I mean, it's iconic looking kind of, but it's a little gross.
Yeah, I think it's D tier, honestly.
I agree.
Hmm.
Honestly, I feel like in my mind, unless there's a really bad state, F tier is just going to be reserved for the squares for me.
Yeah.
But I think the states that try but just don't do much, I feel like that's a D tier.
Hmm.
Also, I got crabs in Maryland. I don't want those. Why would I? Why would I go to Maryland for that?
Yeah. My brother lives in Maryland. Go there for my brother, not for the crabs.
Okay, gotcha.
So
I will.
you might notice that there's a heart on this next shape, and it's because I
Yeah, why does
love the shape of Idaho.
you do?
Hmm. It's pretty good. It's like a
Idaho.
chimney, you know.
Idaho is, I haven't thought about it. I don't. Why is the heart there? Is that the
I
capital?
mean,
I don't think so.
there's hearts in like a bunch of these. I don't know why.
I guess it's just I left my heart in Idaho or something.
True.
Whatever that saying is.
Hmm.
Um, Idaho. It's funny. We're from Oregon, but I really don't know much about Idaho at all.
I don't like they are technically bordering each other, but like that's not. Everyone forgets about it, you know.
Yeah, I don't go east really.
Hmm.
I either go like super far east, or I'm going like south or north.
Yeah, or west for you,
But
I imagine.
yeah, yeah, sometimes west. Um, yeah, I agree. I mean, what do you think? S?
No, I don't think it's that good. I think it
Okay,
sometimes
okay.
it's forgettable because like if you're traveling in the northern Idaho, it just like appears and disappears in an instant because it's so thin there. Um,
Yeah, I kind of like it though.
I think it's A.
Yeah, I agree.
I
I think it's above California.
Ooh, really? You're going that far?
I kind of do. Yeah, I think the thing sticking up like that is really cool. I think
Ooh,
there's
it's
only one
dumb.
other state that has a fun little sticking out thing like that, which we'll get to.
Everyone knows what one we're talking about.
Oh yeah,
Hmm. It's
Wyoming.
a Yeah, Wyoming. You're right.
Yeah.
Illinois.
Okay. Illinois. Um,
Illinois,
I
I think, is a part of the. There's a way to draw the states in which it's like a person with like a frying pan. Um, and if you circle like six of the states or something, I think Illinois is part of that. Put like an image on screen. It might not be.
let me look. I have the image pulled up right now. Illinois is not part of that actually.
Ooh, ooh, really? I'm gonna pull it up real quick
Yeah,
too.
it's the head is Iowa. So kind of, and then the arms reach down from Missouri to Tennessee and Kentucky.
Ooh.
Because Tennessee is the pan for Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's
Oh yeah,
funny.
I forgot. I forgot they're. I thought they were facing the other direction, but that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, the nose being the Idaho. I mean, we'll have the image on
Yeah,
screen, so we're not
yeah.
just talking randomly right now. But
Mhm.
yeah, that's cool.
Well, regardless,
So
we'll get to that when we get to some of those states then. But for now, Illinois.
sure. I feel like it's for me, it's similar to Indiana, kind of,
Yeah, I
just
like it
in
a little
that.
bit more than Indiana. I think it got some life
Hmm.
on the edges.
Yeah, the Mississippi River on the left,
Hmm. So
I think.
is that? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
Yeah, no, it is. It is. It is.
play the duck sound.
Um,
We just got some
there we
information.
go.
Hmm.
That's a good. That's actually a good like way to cue to when to put it up. That's
Hmm.
fun. Soundboard, man. I wish we had discovered it sooner, because the virtual recordings aren't going to be too many after this.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just have to emulate them in person.
Quack.
Oh my god. Yeah, we should go with that in the future. Yeah,
Okay,
I would say top of B.
I think that would be as well. Okay, Arkansas, the pants of the whole operation.
That's what?
The pants of the frying pan
The
thing.
pants of the frying pan thing. Right, right, okay. Um, I don't know what I think about this state.
Hmm.
What do you think?
I think it's eh. I don't have any opinions on it either. Maybe we put it in C tier because of that, like top of C.
Yeah. And I think it's worse in Alabama, honestly.
Okay, sure.
Just no, it's better actually. It's better. I like the right side is a little cool.
Yeah. Next we got
All right,
Iowa. I just
Iowa.
realized this is gonna be a really high retention video because people are gonna want to see how we rank their state.
That's true. Although that's not good retention. That's just like they'll
Oh,
just skip
true.
to that part of the video
Yeah,
probably.
but the states are like a random order, so they don't know when it's gonna happen.
Oh, true. Maybe we just don't put the chapters in, so they have to watch the whole thing.
True. Iowa, though, if you look at the right side, it looks kind of like a face. Like
Yeah,
looking to
this
the
is
right.
the this
Hmm.
is the chef's head. Um,
Iowa, I don't like in general, and so it makes me feel somewhat biased in ranking its shape.
oh, see,
It's
this is
the worst.
controversial.
It's the worst of the Midwest states. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
This is whoa.
Hmm.
Dang, people in Iowa are gonna hate you. All of your
I
Grinnell
think
friends. Do you have any friends who go to Grinnell?
I have friends who went to Grinnell, but they graduated recently. Shout out to them. Hmm.
So they maybe they don't like Iowa either.
Yeah, I don't think Iowa has corn. And that's about it.
Yeah, but this is the I think based
Wah
on shape
wah.
though, based on the what was that?
I don't know. Wah.
Based on the shape, I would say this is a I would say I would say B tier honestly.
Fine. I guess the shape is like
The little nose is pretty fun.
it's okay. I think it's not better than Arizona though.
Sure, we can put it between Georgia and Arizona.
Kansas is also just a rectangle. It's
F.
it's better than the. It has a little bit more personality than Colorado and Wyoming. Like you
Just
can
because
actually
of the
tell it's
right,
Kansas.
the yeah,
Yeah,
because of the top right corner.
that's that's only why I argue for bottom of D instead. Because at
Okay,
least you can
sure.
tell it's Kansas. You know.
You know, I play a game called Worldle. Actually,
Yeah.
that's not what the game's called. It's called Statal.
Hmm.
Um, and you have to like guess the states based on its shape.
Yeah.
And I am able to identify Kansas by its shape usually, but
Hmm.
not um, some of the other states like
Yeah.
Colorado. You're right. I would say that's D.
Next we got a little bit of Kentucky.
Yeah.
Also kind of boring, honestly.
Hmm.
It does
Yeah.
it does look like Kentucky Fried Chicken a little bit, but like,
Yeah.
eh, I'm not excited about it.
I'm a little excited about the top part. I think the curves are interesting.
Sure, sure.
I would say, and you know the tip of Indiana, you know that whole bottom area is where that part of Kentucky meets. So I kind of like that.
Hmm.
Like a fun little. I don't know why it's divided like that. Maybe it's the Ohio River or something,
Hmm.
but it seems like it would be actually. But I would say Kentucky is B. I think.
Kentucky's B. I'm fine with that.
I think so.
Where in B do you think? I think it's definitely worse than Indiana and Illinois, but
Yeah, I would say above. I think above Arizona,
sure.
if you're willing to accept that.
I'm willing to accept that. There's a lot
Okay.
of states we have to get through. Jeez.
Yeah. Okay. Louisiana.
L. But not L shape, but it is an L.
The shape is?
Yeah. But it's
Huh.
not like an L, like it's not bad.
No,
But
I. Oh.
it's an L.
Oh, I see. Okay. I thought you were
Hmm.
saying it's a bad shape.
Yeah, no.
I quite like the shape.
It's nice. It's identifiable. It looks like a boot. It
I think it's A tier.
I think so too. I think it's probably bottom of A. Um
Sure.
yeah. It's not too complicated, but nothing else really does what it does.
Yeah. All
Maine.
right. I kind of like Maine's shape, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
Another identifiable part of the country.
it's identifiable. It's not doing too much, but it gets the job done.
Hmm.
I think it's a solid like B tier or something, top of B.
I think very top of B.
Sure, sounds good to me. Massachusetts has a really fun hook.
Massachusetts.
Like it has
It
a
does.
fun like right side, which like almost feels like it's like a pickaxe of some sort, or like a I don't
Yeah.
know. There's like the
Cape
handle and then like the mess.
Cape Cod. I've been there.
It looks like a little rectangle or like a parallelogram that's actively getting Phyrexianized.
I understood about half of those words.
Yeah,
I what do you I feel like could be A too.
I think it could be A as well. I quite like it. I don't know if it's above Florida or California though.
Sure, we could put it above Louisiana, I think.
Hmm.
Oh,
Okay, Michigan
Michigan.
is a controversial one
Oh, see,
because it
I was
has
gonna
the
say,
it has the upper
yeah.
part. And does that make it worse because it's stealing from Wisconsin, or does it make it better?
I feel like it makes it fun.
I think so too. I think like it by itself without that part, it's like a little glove, which is already kind of fun. And then with that like extra little space, it makes it iconic. You know?
Hmm. Yeah, with otherwise it would just be the glove. I think this is an S tier shape.
Ooh,
I
that's
really do.
controversial.
So iconic.
Hmm.
I mean, imagine the states without Michigan.
I feel like the top part's forgettable though. Like I feel like when you think of Michigan, you think of the glove.
I feel like the glove elevates it so much that you could push it
Yeah,
up there.
but sure, I suppose I'd be down to put bottom of
Yeah,
vest.
but I just like the glove, like the fact that it forms that and it looks so much like a glove. Like, that's
Yeah,
kind of perfect.
sure.
What came first, though, the glove or the Michigan? You know?
I don't know. Next we got Minnesota. Wait, these
Um,
are somewhat alphabetical. They're like,
I was gonna. Yeah, they started. They didn't start alphabetical, but I feel like Texas, Utah, Vermont, all the ones at the end are in order.
and they're in order right now too.
Yeah, I think they're in order from here on out.
Huh.
I don't know what started with Indiana. Maybe they're
Um,
actually in order the whole time because we did all the A's and then the C's and stuff,
yeah.
and then Delaware.
Was it just Indiana that was out of place?
Maybe.
Oh, and Hawaii. Hawaii was second, right?
Yeah, I don't. Maybe they just added them at the end and forgot about it.
Sure.
But Minnesota, I like the shape enough because I think the right side's kind of cool.
I really like Minnesota's shape. I think it's quite iconic. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a solid high A tier or even S.
Oh, high A.
Hmm.
Actually, I could do top of A, I think.
Like we're in the top of A.
Like below Hawaii,
Yeah, I
probably.
agree. I think it has like some personality to like its edges, and it has like the flat
Hmm.
bottom and the somewhat flat top, which like I don't know. It looks
Yeah.
unique.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, it has a whole bunch going on, bunch of
Yeah.
stuff. That little like curve that goes out to the left,
Hmm.
pretty unique.
Okay, next we got Mississippi, which I think is just a worse Alabama.
I think we could put in C right below Alabama.
Yeah, I think we've already talked about that, and we can move on.
Montana though,
Hmm,
it's kind of cool at the bottom.
is kind of cool at the bottom. It's like a lot longer than you'd expect it to be as well, which is kind of
Yeah,
fun.
it's a big state. Is it the longest state, you think?
I don't know.
Besides maybe Alaska, but
Regardless, it's a long one. I
a
bet
long
Texas
state.
has to be longer than it, right?
Texas? Oh, maybe. I'll do some research if I can figure that out. I'll do some Google Maps research.
I'm looking at a map of the United
Anyway,
States right now, and they look roughly similar in width. I think
yeah,
Texas
I
might beat
think
it out a
Texas
little bit.
is yeah, that's fair. Yeah, because you
Regardless,
have all the way to El Paso.
mhm. Montana though is a. I think it's a A probably.
Me too.
I
I
don't
would
think
say it's
it's.
below Massachusetts.
Yeah, that sounds fair to me. Its like little edge isn't as cool. It almost looks like you could
Yeah.
combine Massachusetts and Montana here to create like one shape, even though
Oh,
they're
true.
so far apart and like different in size. Like
Yeah.
Massachusetts
I
hook
see
could
what you
like hook
mean.
onto the
Yeah.
bottom of Montana.
Oh, true. It could like hook right into that
Yeah.
little niche in the bottom.
Let's like put an image on screen of like them connected.
Sure.
Hmm.
All
Now we
right,
got
Nebraska.
Nebraska. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it has a unique shape, which I like.
Yeah, some of these I feel like I just don't have many thoughts on.
Yeah, I am sort of in that state too.
I think
I
it's B tier.
for the B tier besties. We're in B,
Exactly.
somewhere in the middle, I think.
I think below Kentucky, at least.
Below,
You
below
put below
Arizona too,
Arizona if you
maybe
wanted.
even. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, but Nevada though, that's a good shape.
I I like the shape.
It's like so simple, but like the little like indent at the bottom right, where like
Hmm.
it's not a perfect angle there, is like super lovely. And there's just like a slant that
Yeah,
you don't see in many other states as well.
the lines are so straight, and normally that seems like it's a problem. But in this one, I feel like it makes it good.
Yeah. I would put it somewhere in A tier, I think.
Yeah, I could put it above Idaho at least.
Ooh, sure, I'm down. I'm down for there. Putting it really
Yeah,
high.
I think so. Yeah, I feel like it's iconic with what it does.
Hmm. Next we got New Hampshire, and I feel like New Hampshire and Vermont, um, are like even though they don't look that similar down here, they're just like right
Mm.
next to each other and so small that it's like they're easily interchangeable.
That's another one on that state game where I think it's the other state. For
Mm.
me, this would be for me both states would be a D tier.
Oh, are they really that bad?
I think so. I think they're just kind of boring.
They are kind of
First of all,
boring.
they're small, like you were saying, but I don't even think they're not even like as long as Delaware. Like Delaware is kind of cool in that it's like long. This is like
Hmm.
I don't even know what it's trying to be. Is it like a is it a wide shape or is it a long shape?
I always
Like what is
consider it
it?
like a tall shape.
Yeah, but like when you think about it, it doesn't look that tall because
It isn't that tall.
it only
No.
points at the top there. Otherwise, it's
Yeah.
like equally wide across the whole state.
Yeah. Oh, you're making me like it less. Yeah.
I also can't even see Vermont on here.
Vermont's down here.
Oh,
Do
there it
you
is.
want
I
to
feel
rank
like
it with right
yeah,
now?
I would say rank it with it and
I think
put
it's
it
slightly worse. I like New Hampshire a little bit more. Actually,
sure, that's
looking
fine.
at New Hampshire right now, it's kind of bugging me. I don't like it because I used to think the pointy part like went for slightly longer, but it doesn't actually go for that long.
It really does not. Actually, I do
So
like the part that hooks over on Vermont.
yeah,
Plus, now they're in the shape that they're actually now they're in like the actual, you know, order that they'd be in on the map.
yeah.
Vermont left of New Hampshire. All right, New Jersey time.
Uh, it's all right. I don't know. I think it's a pretty cool like zigzag there. It's also quite
Hmm.
small. So I think it's somewhere probably around B for me.
I would agree B tier.
Where in B tier you think?
Yeah, this is getting hard. I would say above. I think above Kentucky even maybe.
Sure, sure. I think that's a good spot for it.
Yeah.
Now I got New Mexico, and it has those little like stepping stones at the bottom there.
I don't know if that makes it that good enough though for me.
Like good enough for what?
Good enough to be like above C.
Yeah, that's kind
Because if
of
it didn't
fair.
have those, if it didn't have those, it would just be F tier because it's a square. But the
Hmm.
stepping stones, I feel like you can identify it maybe, but you're. I just don't think it does much for the
I think
overall aesthetic.
it's quite simple, which I like. I sort of associate with Arizona a lot, so I think if we put it in C, it'd probably be high C. Um, for me,
Sure, we could put it above like Arkansas.
sure. That sounds
I
like a good place
really,
for me.
I don't really like any of the C tier ones if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
So there's a big divide between B and C tier in my mind here.
sure. Okay, next we got ourselves a New York.
I'm walking here.
I'm walking here.
Um, w- it, I think New York is a good shape.
I think it's a pretty good shape too. It has a little Long Island down there at the bottom. Um,
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't think it's amazing though. I think it's probably low A, if at best.
Oh, see, I was gonna say very top of B.
Yeah, I'm
I
fine
don't
with the
know
top
if
of B
I
as well.
Yeah, I just don't know if I could elevate it to the Louisiana status.
Sure. I feel like New York, the problem with it is that like so much of it, like so little of it is New York City. Like I don't like that New
Yeah.
York and New York City are both like referred to as New York. This could get out of shape a little bit, but I feel like so much of the shape is unutilized because it's just New York City. You know?
Yeah, true. And the north of New York is really pretty.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Now we got North Carolina.
Mm. I don't know if this is controversial or not, but I feel like this would be like a C tier shape.
Honestly, I buy it. I don't think it's that low in C tier, but like, what's the love
No,
down here though?
I think it's above Arkansas at least.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Nothing about it really appeals to me.
No, I
But
mean it points, but
do you know what's
uh,
better than though? It's better than North Dakota.
oh yeah.
I think North Dakota's like side at the end is less appealing than Kansas's little bump at the end. So I think, in my opinion, it's bottom of D.
Okay.
Do you disagree? Agree?
I'm trying to think if it would be F.
Ooh.
I don't think it does enough. I don't think I did. I don't even think I noticed that that existed in North Carolina or not North Dakota.
Honestly, yeah, I'm down to put enough.
Like, what is that?
I don't know. It looks someone like forgot to draw the rest of the square. Or like they're just
Yeah, they
like
just like
they gave up at the end. They drew a squiggly line and like fine, we'll keep it that
and
way.
yeah, that doesn't even seem like a natural border too.
Yeah.
Like that seems manufactured. What's there that would
Honestly,
cause? There's no natural thing.
below Colorado,
Maybe actually, because it's laziness.
it's lazy. Yeah,
Like it borders Minnesota, right? On that
I
left
think
side.
so. Yeah.
I don't really see what is causing them to not just make both of those straight lines.
But I like it on Minnesota though. That's not a straight line. On North
Oh,
Dakota, it's just
right.
annoying.
But it's like, why didn't they commit?
Hmm.
I want some. I feel like there's. I gotta. I want to like find out what that border is.
Yeah, got some information on screen with that quack sound. Quack quack.
Ohio.
It's like a heart, but like a sad heart that's like dripping. It's like a melting heart.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that yeah, I've never thought of it like that.
Me
Overall,
neither
though, I
until I
think
saw all the
it's a
heart shapes here.
kind of cool shape, though. I think.
I like it too. It's I don't know, somewhere around New York for me. I think
I would say actually, for me, it would be like right below New York.
I like Maine more. I think.
Okay, that's a respectable decision.
Hmm. Okay, next we got Oklahoma. This is one of the classic shapes because it has the panhandle, you know.
Yeah.
And do you think the panhandle is overrated, Nicholas?
Um, I don't.
I
I
don't
will say I
either.
think it's properly rated.
And where would that
Like,
rating be?
I wouldn't say it's underrated. Um, I think that rating would be in A tier.
Yeah, I think it's bordering on this even. Like, I think the panhandle just makes it really fun. Like, it
Mhm.
has an instantly identifiable personality.
True.
Hmm.
I don't know if I could put it above Minnesota though.
Sure. But, like, at least above Nevada. I think that's a good term for it.
Sure, sure,
Okay, now we got Oregon. And we're both biased because we're from Oregon, but I think it's a
sure.
rectangle that has personality, and the personality is good. I like the little,
Does
like,
have
indent it has at the top left. And, like, the indent on the
yeah,
bottom, on the right side, rather. Like,
agreed. It does have some personality. I
mhm.
think that would elevate it to B tier, but it can't
Yeah.
go further.
I think maybe like above Nebraska, maybe.
Or even is Nebraska. Oh, okay.
It's
See, I would put it above Arizona, but I feel like you like Arizona
mm.
more.
I like it more than Kentucky even.
Oh, sure, I do too. I would see
Yeah.
for me, I would have said like above even Indiana in my initial
Ooh.
ranking.
I'm
Where are
down
you?
for
I mean,
that.
what do you
I'm
think?
down. I think that's fine. I
Okay.
don't really know. Like, there's a lot of bias there with Oregon, so like it's
I
hard to
really, for me,
really know.
there's not a lot. I feel like the top curve is
Mm.
interesting,
Sure.
but also I kind of think maybe New Jersey should be above Indiana, and then
Kind
Oregon
of.
would be below New Jersey.
I am down for that.
Because I do like New Jersey more, I think.
Hmm. Do you think Illinois should tag along with its friends
Um, be above.
to be below Oregon?
Oh, is it above before?
Yes, right here, right
Actually,
now.
yeah, I do think New Jersey is better than Illinois and Oregon, actually, probably.
Hmm.
Yeah, good call.
Cool.
What is this state?
Pennsylvania.
What that's is that
That's
really
a boring.
Pennsylvania?
Yep.
That's not Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that isn't Pennsylvania rotated a little bit more? Like it feels like it has.
Pennsylvania does not look like that.
Yeah,
Does it?
wait. I feel like it doesn't. I feel
Or
like
maybe they didn't. Maybe they didn't rotate it.
wait.
No,
I'm
that's
gonna
not Pennsylvania. That is not Pennsylvania. That's South Dakota, isn't it?
no. South
Look,
Dakota
look, look a
is
couple states over. Is that not? Are those not the same state?
wait wait.
They just they don't even. Pennsylvania's not even that bad of a state.
What did they do? Why did they just
They
take South Dakota?
they just massacred Pennsylvania, and somehow and then it wrote Pennsylvania on it.
Okay, it is a bad
God,
sign though that I didn't immediately recognize. Like I just thought it wasn't rotated properly. I didn't
no,
recognize that
well
was
I
South.
did. I think the if you look on a map, we'll put an image on screen of Pennsylvania, obviously. But the little the little like indent on the right side is pretty cool. And also it
I,
goes up a little bit at Great Lake.
I wonder who created this image
I don't
and like
know,
who
but
created this tier list.
but it's not. I feel like the person who created the tier list, they looked at Pennsylvania and got this image, or they. I don't even know how you make that mistake.
Probably someone
It's
who's not from Pennsylvania was creating the tier list, and they're just like,
maybe. I feel bad for people from Pennsylvania who probably want to see Pennsylvania ranked because they're gonna go to the end of the video and be like, I don't see my state.
yeah,
But we're ranking Pennsylvania here, and I think Pennsylvania is a B tier.
I would agree with that. I think it's a low B though.
Yeah, I would say below Iowa, maybe.
I even say below
Maybe.
Georgia.
Um,
Eh,
really?
I'm fine with above Georgia.
I think above. It's
Sure.
based on the. It has some quirks. I feel like,
Yeah.
and it's rotated a little bit, which we can't see, but the rotation's kind of cool.
Sure.
This
I'm
this is. Huh?
I'm yawning a lot. I am quite tired.
I'm just boring you to death here. Let me.
Give me some sounds.
Wait, that's the wrong one. Wrong one. I'll wake you
Whoa,
up.
I'm so awake now. Right in time
Let's
for Rhode Island. You woke me up
This
for
is
Rhode Island?
this is D tier.
This is detailed, yes. Um, I
This
think,
is worse
huh,
than Maryland. I think it's worse than Maryland.
I
I
don't
don't
like
care that
Maryland,
Maryland got
but
massacred. I think
yeah.
Rhode Island is bad.
I almost feel like Kansas, whoops, I did a little scrolling. I almost think that Kansas should go um, above both Maryland and Rhode Island.
Sure.
Like, Rhode Island, it's too small. It's not even an island. Its name is just wrong. Like, everything about it is kind of like, you know,
Yeah.
upsetting.
I say we move on. We're just
Hmm.
gonna get more upset looking at it.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Sorry, right now I accidentally scrolled. I'm trying to get like a good like spot for it to be so you can still see everything. We want the viewers to get the best viewing experience.
Hmm.
Okay, next we got South Carolina, which is like a triangle a little bit.
This, yeah, this immediately makes me think C tier.
Yeah, I agree. I think high C. I think I like it better than some of those lower ones. Um,
Hmm.
maybe just like put
I think
regular
above
North
North
Carolina
Carolina.
above
See, I would
North
have said
Carolina.
above. I think
Okay,
so.
that's not geographically accurate, but I'm fine with that.
True.
Okay, you know what upsets me though? The fact that there's
Mm.
two South Dakotas on this tier list. Like, if they
South
accidentally
Dakota
put
is a
like
very bad
if it did Alaska, then I'd be like, wow, cool. There's two really cool shapes here.
state.
Is this South
Yeah.
Dakota a second time? Like, come
Yeah, South
on.
Dakota. South Dakota is. I don't know. It could be F.
I
I
don't know.
really
I
don't like
think
it.
I like it better than North Dakota, and like I think it's better than just like the regular rectangles. I sort of want to put like
Not above Maryland. I know you don't like Maryland, but it's too boring.
maybe above Rhode Island then, or at least I think it's
I
better
mean,
than F tier.
if you think above Rhode Island, I could compromise and put it there.
I'm down to put here. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I
it's
don't
it's
like it.
not good. It's a rectangle that's kind of drifting on the right side. No
No,
personality.
does not look like Pennsylvania at all either.
No, it doesn't. I mean, it kind of does a little bit.
I don't see it. I'm
If you
still
look,
upset by that.
they look identical.
I know they do. Oh boy. Okay,
Now we got
Missouri.
Missouri.
This
It's
one's pretty
fine.
fun.
It's fine.
I think it's
I'm
fun
not.
with the bottom thing.
I'm just not that excited by it. I think it's trying to be
No.
fun. I think if I lived there, I'd go to appreciate its funness more. But at the moment, it's
Mhm.
just like kind of bland.
What would you think for that?
I'm thinking maybe um like B tier somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking also B. Um, for me, it would be like below Nebraska.
Below Nebraska. Um, I am down for that. I honestly think we might be overrating Nebraska right now.
I don't know. I kind of like the.
Sure. That's fine
I
with me.
kind of like it.
Sure. Tennessee, though. Do you like Tennessee?
Um, not particularly,
I like Tennessee.
but
It's like a parallelogram, and I think that's kind of exciting.
yeah, I mean, I don't dislike it, but I don't think it could. I think it's B.
It's sort of,
Like,
I feel like what it looks like if you put a shape in italics.
actually, a good point. Yeah.
You think it's B? I think it's an A tier shape. So I'm down for like B somewhere,
I
but
don't know if there's no way it could go above New York, Maine, Ohio, or New Jersey. I feel like those are all
eh,
much more fun
that's fair.
shapes.
That's fair. I think
I would
somewhere
say,
high B though.
yeah. Well, I mean, my vote would be below New Jersey.
Below New Jersey? Okay, I'm good with that.
Yeah,
In fact, I think New Jersey should go above Ohio.
sure.
And
We
honestly,
do that.
wait, could we just put New Jersey top of B? Like, I think that's kind of fair. We keep
Um,
raising it.
I like New York more, but you can do that if you want.
Yeah, I'll put it. I'll put it there.
Okay, and that's a heated rivalry, I'm sure,
Hmm.
that the audience will talk about.
Yes. In the comments below.
Texas.
Texas is good.
Texas is good.
It has a lot
Good.
of personality. There's a lot of things going
Yep.
on, and so there's a lot to look at, you know?
Oh yeah. Honestly, for me, I would put it in S tier.
Me too. Where in SC are you thinking though?
I'm trying to think. Michigan and that are really close.
I think
I
it's
would
above
go.
Michigan.
Yeah, that's so close. I think because of how much is going on, above works.
Sweet. Like it has a little tail at the bottom. It has like a little chimney, like which is one of the things we said good about Idaho. It has
Mhm.
like I don't know, just this. There's so many components of it that are really cool.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Utah,
Utah.
I think it ends up in. I don't know. It's square until the very top.
I think it's in a Nebraska type situation. I like how the Great Salt Lake has like a visual there, you know.
Mhm.
Um,
I didn't realize it was that far north.
I think that's the Great Salt Lake, right?
It has to be. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a presentation in my poli sci class about the Great Salt Lake last Thursday. I learned a lot of cool things about it.
Wow.
Do you know there's like a green side and there's like a pink side of the Great Salt Lake?
Why was that in poli sci?
Well, because we were talking about how like sustainability and how like the lake is slowly like getting drained or whatever. And
Oh,
it's also
interesting.
it's extremely salty and it's like you also there's like challenges in like managing the salt levels. And once it gets
Mm,
like a certain amount low enough, then it's gonna be basically impossible to make it rise again. So pretty
interesting.
interesting.
Yeah. I honestly think it's more like New Mexico than Nebraska in terms of its ranking.
Ooh. Hmm.
Just because Nebraska is not it doesn't have straight lines at the top anywhere.
I mean, it does at the top.
Nebraska doesn't. It's slightly curved.
Is it slightly curved? Okay.
I think
Regardless,
so. Maybe that's just the image.
I think
But
Utah, if it isn't C tier, it's like towards the
yeah,
top.
it's exactly with New Mexico, I think.
Okay.
You,
Like there.
yeah, you sure.
Virginia.
It's a little it's better than North Carolina, but it's similar. It's
Yeah.
or maybe it's more like Georgia. I don't know. Not
Hmm.
like in terms of how it actually looks, but the top is interesting with Virginia.
I actually do kind of like the top. I feel like it could sneak in the B tier. Um,
Yeah, I would put it right above Georgia.
I'm down with that. Washington. I like Washington. I think it's really
Me too.
exciting. It has
Me
like
too.
there's like the little like bit of water that goes in between like the little handle on the left and the rest of the state. Um,
Yeah, the Puget Sound, maybe. Is that what that
yeah,
is?
probably. Um, San Juan Islands towards the top left. Like there's like good
Hmm.
elements of Washington State. I think it's a solid like high A.
Yeah, I was gonna say A tier. I mean, high. I would say below Idaho,
Below Idaho.
maybe
That sounds
maybe
good to
above
me.
Idaho, but definitely next to Idaho.
Hmm. Well,
All
we
right,
only
what
got
is
three
this
states
state?
left. Hopefully, we don't overflow any other tiers because currently you can't see them in the video. But
Oh,
we
okay.
now have West Virginia somewhere.
Yeah,
I'm
West
not.
Virginia.
It has a personality. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of the personality.
No, but I think for its personality, it has to be B tier.
Yeah. I
Above. above, maybe above Pennsylvania or next to it.
Sure, I'm down with that. I feel similar to Iowa.
Within the tiers, I'm like less concerned really,
Yeah.
but I feel like we've agreed so far on the tiers, which is what
Mhm.
matters. Like within the tiers, it doesn't matter as much. I feel like.
Mm. Next, we got Wisconsin. Actually, let's save Wisconsin. Let's end on a higher note. Next, we got Wyoming.
Wyoming's F.
Is it worse or better than Colorado?
It's worse than Colorado.
Why is that?
I just feel like Colorado's a little more fun. Although
I don't know.
actually, well, actually, Wyoming's a little more perfect of a square. I
Ooh,
kind
that's
of do
true.
like that.
We
Colorado's
got
a little
this.
bit like what like is that a square? I can't tell.
Mhm. I mean, neither of them are squares, but sure.
What they're not? What's
They're like
Wyoming?
rectangles.
I feel like Wyoming borders on square.
No,
Does it not?
I think
On
that's too
this image, it
wide.
looks like it's pretty wide.
What? Yeah, it's
Like
quite
barely too
wide.
wide. I
No.
feel like Wyoming's more of a square than Colorado, right? Because it's not
Yeah,
as tall.
but neither of
Or
them are
it's
even
taller.
close to the square.
I think Wyoming's pretty close to a square.
I feel like Utah's close to the square if you cut off the top of it.
Well, yeah,
That's much more
Utah.
fun.
Well, yeah, if you cut off the top, it would be a square, right?
Yeah, and Wyoming's so much more wide than Utah.
I feel like, but it's I don't know if there's a way to prove this or something, but
Let's put the image of a
we'll
square
find
next to
something.
Wyoming on screen.
We'll find something.
Yeah. Okay, but
Um,
now we got
let's show it.
Wisconsin.
I mean, do you agree with the Wyoming placement?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Where
Wisconsin is it's B or A for me.
B or A, I agree.
Probably B.
I think that it's high B. Like it has like a little bit of
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
personality.
With
I
the
think it's similar
with
to Oregon,
Ohio,
honestly.
I think. Okay.
Hmm.
Or Oregon. I would say above
Okay,
Tennessee, but
sure. I think that's a fine place for it. I like it more than Ohio, because you're a bigger fan of Ohio than I am.
I like the melting heart aesthetic.
Yeah,
But well, you can put it there.
sure. So this is the tier list. Right
This
on
is the
time,
tier
actually,
list.
too. I have to leave
I
like right
know.
now, so this
Yeah,
worked out.
well, yeah. I mean, this is the most we've ever ranked in one video, I think. So
How many fruits were there? How many
probably
Among
not
Us tasks were
50.
there?
So the Among Us task one was long like this. And I'll
Hmm.
look into it and put some information on screen.
Well,
But anyway,
there's some
thank you,
information.
thank you guys for watching.
Yep.
Let us know in the link again if you want to see anything,
Hmm.
and we'll see you guys on the next video.
Yeah. Besties.
Here,
B.
see you later.